Hello everyone. So today in the C++ interview series I'm going to talk about bubble sort. So I'm going to explain how bubble sort works, and then I'm going to implement the code using Visual C++. Alright, so first, to explain how the code works, let me do it manually and show you guys. So let's say we have some number array like this: 5, 6, 2, 1, 8, 3, like this. So this is the array we need to sort. Is this clear enough? Let me... Right, here is the set of numbers in Excel. And then, so what we are going to do is we start from the first element and then compare it with the next element and go until the end. So if the first element is, if the considering element is larger than the next element, we just swap it. So here let's start from 5, and if I consider 5 and 6, 5 is small, 6 is large, so we don't need to swap this because these two are in order. And next we consider 6 and 2. So 6 is larger than 2, then we swap these two. 6 goes here and 2 goes here. Now we have 5 here because we didn't change it. And then we consider 6 and 1. So 6 is again larger than 1, so 1 goes here and 6 goes here. And then we have 8 here. So 6 and 8, 6 is small, so we don't need to change it. And 8 and 3, 3 is small, so we put 3 here and 8 here. So at the end of first iteration, the largest value is popped into the final element. So then we have this array 5, 2, 1, 6, 3. So now we only need to worry about this part. Right, let me highlight this. This was the first part we considered, and this part is final. Now we only have to... Now this is sorted. The green area is sorted. So now we only need to fix these 5 elements. So let's again start from 0th element. 5 and 2. 2 is small, so 2 goes here and 5 goes here. And after that 5 and 1. So 1 is small, 1 goes here, 5 goes here. And then 5 and 6, they are already sorted. And 6 and 3, 6 is small, so 6 goes here, 3 goes here, and 6 is swapped like this. Now this is the array we have: 2, 1, 5, 3, 6, 8. Alright, now both these elements are sorted. So green is sorted and yellow is unsorted part. Right, so now again let's start from the beginning. 2, 1, 1 is small, so swap 2 and 1. And then 2 and 5, 5 is large, so don't need to swap. And then 5 and 3, 3 is small, so swap it with 5. So this is what we have at the end: 1 and 2. Okay, now all these 3 elements are sorted. And these 3 are unsorted. But if I again start from here, 1 is smaller than 2, and 2 is smaller than 3, and 3 is this part is already sorted, so the complete array is already sorted, as you can see here, according to the example we took now. Okay, so that's how basically bubble sort works. Alright, now let's see how to implement this in C++. Let me create a new project. C++ console app, bubble sort, create. Okay, so we don't need this hello world, and to make things easier I'll use namespace std, so that we don't have to type std colon cout every time I want to print something. But that's not a great practice. You have to do that careful. You have to be careful with using which namespaces you are going to use. Okay, right, and now here I'll add a function void bubble sort. As an input we need to get in an integer array, int numbers and int size, which defines the size of the array. Right, so first in the main function I define an integer array like this: 5, 23, 12, 45, 5 again, 6, 7, 8, 45, 4, 8, 7, 11. Okay, that should be enough. And then we need to determine the size of this array. So here I'll define another variable in size equals, so we can calculate size like this. We can use size of function and get the size of numbers. So this will give us the whole the size of this whole array, whole numbers array. Then if I divide this by the size of first element, which is 0, so what this does is this gives us the number of bits, so the size in one element. So size of total elements divided by size of one element gives us the size or the number of elements in this array. Then we can call bubble sort numbers and size. Okay, so still we haven't implemented the sorting algorithm, but first I'll implement another function to show the array, because we need a way to display the array that we already have. I'll put this before bubble sort function so that I can use it in the bubble sort function as well. Int numbers, int size, for int I smaller than size. Cout numbers I, comma, that's it. Yeah, that's it. And maybe at the end we can add an end line character so that we can move the cursor to a new line. Right, so first when I get in, when this bubble sort is called, I just call print array numbers and size, so that we can see what do we have inside the array. So here I'll add cout unsorted. So what we are showing here is the unsorted array. So if I play this, unsorted, we have 5, 23, 12, 45, just like we entered here. Okay, now we need to implement the logic that I explained here. So starting from the first element, for int I size, for loop starting from 0 and goes until size minus 1, and then right, so next I starts from 0 and another parameter that starts from 1 after I and goes until an element I less than total number. So for int j is less than size minus I. J should start from sorry, not I plus 1, start from 1, and then if numbers j minus 1, the reason to start from j equals 1 is because we need to consider j minus 1 as well. If this value is larger than numbers j, then we need to swap these two, which can be done by, let's have a temporary value, int temp equals numbers j and numbers j equals numbers j minus 1, and then numbers j minus 1 equals 10. So we will have whatever the value that was in j minus 1 in place of j, so they will be swapped, and that's it, I think. Yeah, so just like here, now I'll call print array, this time sorted. Sorted. Here is the result. This is the unsorted array and this is the sorted array. 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 23, 45, 45, 65, 87. Okay, the array is sorted, and that's how you can implement bubble sort. There may be slightly different variations of this same algorithm, but the main idea is basically this. And with that, I'd like to stop this episode. In future, we will talk about other sorting algorithms. One more. Here, you should know the complexity of this algorithm as well. So here, let's say if we have an n number of elements in this numbers array, this for loop will have an n number of iterations basically, and inside this loop we have another loop which basically also goes from 0 to this ith value, but roughly that is also similar to an n number of elements if n goes to a very high number. So this would have the complexity of n squared in terms of time. So we say the complexity of bubble sort algorithm is big O n squared. So this is like in considering sorting algorithms, this is like one of the worst cases. There are some better performing algorithms like merge sort as well. So we will look into those things later. Just remember, bubble sort as big O n squared, worst case time complexity. And yeah, thanks for watching. As always, project files will be available in the Patreon page if you want to access them. And see you in another episode. Goodbye.